Alright boys, today we got class changes specific for Season 5 and let's get straight into it. We're gonna talk about the class adjustments in general changes and then specifics with uniques as well, unique item changes. So for the adjusted main stat scaling to make up for additional item slots that barbs and rogues have, Necromancers and Sorcerers now receive 1% damage per 8 intelligence. It used to be 1% damage per 10 intelligence. Druids will get 1 per 8. It used to be 1 per 10. And rogues will get 1 per 9. So that's not too bad actually. If you stack up main stat, it does make a difference quite a lot. And then experience bonus per monster level difference is uncapped now. So it took us about, what, 6 to 8 hours to get to level 100. Now it will be 4 hours. 3 hours. Now I'm just kidding. This used to be kept at 15%. Now we can push, Nightmare Dungeons as much as you can, as high as you can. You don't have to be limited with only the levels, so that's pretty good. Not too bad. And our general changes, the average CC duration crowd control on the player has been reduced from 2.5 to 1.5 seconds. I don't really feel like it was that significant. Maybe in hardcore though, with the freezes and maybe fear too. I guess, yeah. And now legendary drop rates also for monsters above 100 level has been increased. So now it's gonna rain even more, which is pretty interesting. So those are the general changes. Let's go over the uniques now, the one that every class can wear. So Frostburn got some updates. It seems pretty good now. Not sure if this is gonna be any use. Flicker Step, also some changes. Don't really see anything too special. Fist of Fate is very interesting though. There's like two things here, but so it's gonna finally increase attack speed, crit chance, and lucky hit, which is one of the main best stats for almost all classes. And then it will apply random CC effect for 2 seconds. It won't. On top of it, yeah. So this is the lucky hit on the random CC effect. They basically put all these lucky hits in one, and it still will deal the increased damage randomly. So these gloves could be something interesting. I'll probably try it out. So let's go over the Barbarian now. Let me scroll down here. And also natural finesse, the damage to close, which is for everybody, has been reduced from 85 to 55. Pretty huge, pretty huge. And Barbarian has gotten a very huge nerfs. A lot of people think that barbs are dead, but I will tell you right now that barbs will be just fine. With the new uniques and reworks of uniques, a barb will be fine. So unconstrained, massive damage nerf, walking arsenal. I don't understand this at all. No one ever used this passive. I was really excited that, like, I knew these nerfs are coming for Gushing Wounds Unconstrained. So I was excited to kind of try out Walking Arsenal for the first time. But they reverted this was like the buff 3 times. Now they reverted those 3 buffs to original 8% damage. Crazy. Crazy. Then also with, while all 3 bonuses are active, 30% damage and attack speed. I mean, I kind of get it because Barb was doing a lot of damage, so this is for the offset to just like nerf in general, and also the main stats I was just talking about, so I guess it's alright, but yeah, kind of weird, such a heavy nerf. Unbridled Rage, this makes, like, they could totally remove this key passive from the game. This is absolutely useless. No one will ever use this. This is straight garbage. Like, even now, when it was at 100% damage increase, it was not really usable. I did use it on PTR with the new builds because of the new weapons like Deathblow, for example, which you can check in my right upper corner. The Deathblow Barbarian for Season 5, top notch. But with this, yeah, it's very bad. And Gushing Wounds got a nerf as well. It used to be 140% multi for both crit chance and like bleeding, but now from bleeding it's 70% multi, which is like double down. And then the crit damage scaling is 100% additive, and additive is much lower than multi here. So, massive nerf. I still think bleed will be fine though. We'll see about that. We shall see about that. Some uniques rework here. Fields of Crimson. Seems pretty good, but I still don't think this will make it worth it. Beltrand, some good stuff for Frenzy. Looks also very interesting. Still don't think this will like be worth. So, Clone Reduction is removed. Max Fury, I kind of was excited to make Frenzy scale with Ramaladnis, so stacking Max Fury. But we'll see about that. 100,000 steps, pretty interesting setup here for Walking Arsenal, but it's still not enough. Maybe if you were like Retribution on a 2-hander with this passive here, I don't know, man. I still don't know. Every 10 seconds, Ground Stomp that gives you Fury. Yeah, don't know, man. Don't know. Not too sure about that one. Another thing, the temporary manual gave us a lot of like defensives, both HP increase, the martial vigor, imposing presence, or damage reduction like martial vigor has been removed. So tankiness for Barb down big time. That was Barbarian. Let's go with Druid. So Druid got massive buff to Boulder. Pretty interesting. Rabies is now baseline. I still don't think this will save the ability. Bloodhound was a shout one as well. Perfect Storm, damage increase, Earth Might as well. Some other stuff here. Cataclysm procs more often, or if you will. Baseline Rabies will spread distance by 70% for the passive, for the talent passive, skill tree passive. Some buffs to aspects here. Not too bad. Shred got some love. I'm a big fan of Shred. Always wanted to make it work. I still don't think these buffs will make Shred really that great. The dashing here just takes too much time. You have to like go away from the target and stuff like that. Not really great. Damage buff here across the board, even for lightning here. Pretty interesting, because this is percentage now. This was flat damage, now it's percentage. And lightning bolts deal also more damage, so lightning druid could be pretty sick with storm, with the great stuff of the crone, which also got the rework. It is storm strike chains on 2 targets, so that's pretty good for AoE, crit damage, damage to close, basic skill. Madwolf's Glee got buffed to the werewolf for this one. Very good change to this in PTR. I tried Shred and feels great with this. So I might try this bad boy out. Storm Companion for Wolves. My boy Sajin was, big shout out to him. He was playing Wolf build only for hardcore Druid, and he was doing some crazy damage numbers with the setup. So very good stuff for this thing as well. For the Wolves itself. Some more aspect buff for Spirit Regen. No longer adds a cooldown to Earth Spike. This aspect, pretty interesting. Could be usable. The new unique here, I tried it on PTR as well. It feels great with Cataclysm. You can make Cataclysm last pretty long as well with some of the passives in the skill tree and tempers. And it used to be gloves, now it's ring. Pretty interesting choice. Not too bad though, actually. Thunderstruck was capped with 40% in PTR. They upped it to 60% because it was really low. And in general, it just upped the caps in like most of these nodes for Paragon. So that's quite good because Druid kind of needs that damage. Let's go over Necromancer. So Necromancer has gotten a lucky hit chance increase buff for all of the skills, most of the skills, which is good. Sever, my favorite build, got pretty good one because 25 was laughable. Bloodlands, I tried to make this work on season 4. Disaster. I don't think these buffs for blood in general, even down there, will be worth or make it, good. Bursting Bones here. Aspect buff. It scales with bone prisoner size increase from like these gloves, these boots, which is pretty interesting. This Reaper for Sever, mobility skill, cooldown reduced. I tried it. I don't see anything. Well, I mean, this could be used as a utility skill, so it could be good for some builds actually. What we got down here, the explosion could trigger luck hit effects as well from Decompose. Pretty good. We got the Bloodbath, which is the legendary node from Paragon, has been increased to 70%. They doubled it. Still won't be enough, I think. And Budget's Blood, damage increase and damage cap increased as well. So that's very good. I like this one. That's a good buff damage. Damage buff. Blood Finesse has been increased with like regular damage, overpower damage, and fortified. And Shadow Finesse damage for shadows has been buffed as well. Very good. I like this one. Blight build on top even more. Unique changes for Necromancer. Blood Artisan Caress has been changed with Bone Spirit. I'm not really sure if this is that great. This is good though. The Blood Orbs. Some of the builds were struggling with generations, so this is gonna help a lot. And the damage increase, this is pretty alright actually. It's pretty alright. Howl from Below also changed. Corpse attack speed 35%. Luck hit chance. Explosion spheres and slows enemies. Applies a CC. Interesting stuff. Lidless Wall got buffed as well. Duration for Bone Storm up to 35% is very huge. You get cooldown reduction and plus the bone skills. So this is even usable for like shadow builds that has a aspect that changes Bone Storm into shadow ability. They also buffed the percentage here to 45%. I believe it used to be 30%. Blood Finesse, we already looked at it. So this was the Necromancer. Let's go with some rogue actions. So Flurry has been, well, both buffed and nerfed. So this is damage increase buff. The luck hit has been buffed as well a little bit. Further upgrade node changes, I guess. Further upgrade node changes. I don't really know what they are talking about here. Caltrops no longer gives its max value. I believe you got some more stuff here for the flurry. So damage cap reduced from the enhance, that's what I meant, has been reduced to 25%. This was too strong because rogues could one-shot thanks to exploit weakness, I believe, all the enemies in the pit tier 200. Advanced flurry has a cap now of the damage 45%. And it's 30% energy cost reduction cap, also 30%. So 3 times, right? They basically nerfed it pretty much. So that's alright though, that's alright. We've already talked about it. Some unique changes or rework. So Wind Force has been reworked here. Movement speed, chance for Barrage to cast twice. Pretty good for Barrage. And it also gives you a passive bonus to Wind Force. This could be very interesting for Barrage. Very good buffs. Yeah. Unique item is being changed. They didn't really say about these two what's being changed here, I believe. Oh, there we go. So Ice in the Dark. Also, Wind Force no longer causes knockback. Interesting. So Ice in the Dark, this is for the, I believe, Death Trap. Yeah, there we go. Up to 4 Aftermath. While on Ultimate Zone of Barb, you heal. After using heal, you get even restore energy. Interesting. Damage reduction affected by trap skills, ultimate damage, life. Not really sure if this will be worth or viable with Death Trap. We get the same for Flurry, dropping grenades. Oh, they actually changed this one. This used to be Flurry only, but they changed the core skills. So any core skill will drop stun grenades. And stun grenades also have higher lucky hits, so massive damage boost to grenades, even the size. And you also get energy when you explode, when your stun grenades explode. Interesting. And then of course, cooldown reduction. So all in all, these used to be the old affixes. Now I just talked about the new ones. So this is a pretty interesting change for the grenades. Grenades, I tried them. They felt very weak, but this change is pretty good. Exploit weakness no longer executes elites. That's why, you know, Rogue, I talked about it, could one-shot elites in pit tier 200. No witnesses has been capped. The cap has been increased from 35 to 45, and duration also increased. So they I guess they kind of figured that the cap before was too low. Last one, we got Sorcerer, I believe. So Warmth, look pretty interesting as well. You get some extra healing from Warmth. Scroll down here. Damage of all core and mastery skills have been increased by 20%. Massive buff damage. Damage buff for Sork. Massive one. Hydra increased damage. Ice armor. Also the barrier has been increased quite significantly to 56% of max life. Healing warmth increased. Damage reduction from 40 to 60% from aligned elements. Insane. Mana shield damage reduction also increased. Combustion by 20% damage increase. Shatter also damage increase, but no longer receive damage from itself. Now we get some aspect changes here. Maximum damage increase once again to 40% from Lightning Spear, which is pretty insane. We should be getting some more info here. It'll hit Lightning Rod. So previously Chain Lightning hitting bosses CCs, right? So additional chain. Now is a chance to deal increased damage. It's doubling its boss CC. Oh, this is a massive buff, man. This is a massive buff. This come up with the new pants over here. Actual conduit. Very good, very good. Snowballed aspect, casting ice armor makes you unstoppable, grants you 25% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This is wild. 25% DR, I believe you can have this non-stop because of the cooldown reduction Sorg has. Wow, pretty crazy. So these pants, the explosion was doing less damage than intended. Now it's being changed. I like the double chance to proc Chain Lightning, like Chain. Overall, Lightning Sword was always my favorite, so I might make it work with Lightning Spear. This is my dream, to get only Lightning Spear sword, so we'll see about that. Soft of Lamb Essen has been also changed. The lightning damage increase, a lot of intelligence, chance for Charge Bolt to cast twice, plus 6 to Charge Bolts as well, so that's pretty wild. Resource cost reduction 45% is massive, combined with these pants. Pretty wild, pretty wild. Fractured Ring of Winterglass for Frozen Orb has been also buffed, I would say. Chance Frozen Orb to cast twice, pretty good stuff. It wasn't there before. They even doubled the Conjuration Mastery, it seems like. And even cooldowns reduced when a Frozen Orb explodes. Wow, even more CDR, great. For Hydra, Ice Blade, stuff like that. Blue Rose has been also reworked. Overall, a very good damage buff in general. Great chance as well, this used to be before. So Ice Spike damage is 350%, and before it was 42%. That's what? That's crazy. That seems pretty interesting. Ice Spike might be viable because I know someone did this on PTR with these changes, or not with these changes, and it was somewhat decent. Well, obviously against bosses and whatnot. Now Paragon changes as well. Damage cap increased the double in Burning Instincts. Pretty good. You receive 1% damage for every 20 int you have, down from 25, so it's easier to reach that cap. It's pretty good. Ceaseless Conduit also doubled the damage cap. Wow, that was wild, dude. Sorg has gotten some sweet love this patch, which was very much needed. And this sweet love was supposed to go for Druid as well, but I don't think Druid got enough of buffs to make it that great. Or I don't know, we'll see. I might be wrong. So overall, for the damage cap, legendary Paragon nodes has been changed, increased by double. It seems like everywhere. Icefall also from 18 to 25%. So overall for a sword, it looks pretty good. I might be making an ult as well. I would also like to try to go with Arc Clash as a melee, as a basic skill build, but we'll see about that. Teleport and just slash them away. But yeah, this was pretty much it for the classes. I tried to make it as short as possible, but talking about some of the changes, I could go on. But anyways, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting that like and comments to trigger YouTube algorithm gods. It would mean a lot to me. It will also help me a lot. And I stream every day on Twitch. If you wanna, catch up with some news and whatnot, talk about some stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, have a good one and peace.